Sonar contact. Sounds like air venting. Explosive decompression. Below us. We may have hit them. Below us? That was no sensor anomaly. It was them. They are hiding in our blind spot.
In our blind spot? How can that be? There is nothing in the Dalek Fleet Battle Manual to suggest such a tactic is even possible.
Gravity clamps fully engaged. Maintenance latches are released.
Mission team reports ready for Phase 2. Very well. Bring reactor output to full, cancel dampening and boost the gravity drive to maximum. At return on the sensors, neutronic reactor emissions and gravity drive signature, they are running. Send the signal to detonate the power units of the team's travel machines. Transmitting now.
Helm, 90 degrees negative pitch. Gun crews are to fire as soon as they acquire a target. First mate, report damage.
The main gravitational lens has been destroyed. Energy backlash from the blast destroyed one of the secondary lenses. One of our neutronic reactors is also badly damaged, but containment has not been breached. There is extensive damage on the engineering decks. There is fire on Deck 5, but Decks 1 to 4 are open to space. Section supervisors are still compiling casualty reports.
Understood. Recall our Hoverbouts. We can no longer continue our pursuit of the renegades. I will report our failure to the orbital fortress. They will send ships to assist us. Supervise the damage control teams. Get the fires contained.
Sub-Commander, report the status of the mission team. Recovery should be completed within the next 90 rels, General. The renegades have disabled the Tomato. They have eluded us. We actually did it. We escaped the Emperor's trap. It is difficult to believe. It is hard to believe, is it not? It was much too easy. Easy? General, you must have a very strange definition of the word easy. Think about it. They were waiting for us. If they knew we were coming, they must have also known that I was leading the team personally. So why were their forces being led by a sub-officer?
Why was the ambush force not under the direct command of a Black Dalek, or better still, one of we Supremes?
And the pursuit when we broke out of the plaza, why only a single squad of the Emperor's Praetorians and one flight of armored Hoverbouts?
The Emperor could have roused the city, put every armed Dalek between the plaza and the spaceport on the streets.
When we lifted into space, why was no pursuit launch from the ground? Where were the home fleet patrols?
There is only one answer which fits the available facts, even though it is not logical.
The Emperor allowed us to escape.
Yes, I did. Or rather, I controlled events so that escape never became impossible.
But why?
To assess Xenol's abilities, it is, I think, time to brief you on a classified project codenamed Ancestral. Hundreds of years before a final spasm of neutronic fury ended the Genesis War, Khalid scientists began genetic experimentation in an attempt to halt the mutation that was occurring as a result of nuclear, biological and chemical fallout from the war. It was not until a century after the war's end that our Dalek scientists, with their superior intellects, were finally able to stabilize the mutation. Attempts to reverse the mutation using untainted Khalid DNA from cryogenically preserved sources were unsuccessful, however, and so our science Daleks focused their efforts on optimizing our DNA for maximum survival characteristics. It was the use of ancestral genetic material that gave the current project its codename. Those Khalid genes are still part of our DNA structure, lying dormant within every Dalek. The current phase of the project attempted to produce a superior strain of Daleks by reactivating some of those Khalid recessives. Xenol is one of the subjects who received the latest Project Ancestral treatment. From the day that Xenol took command of the Third Conquest Army, it quickly became apparent that he was one of the most skilled Black Daleks we have ever produced. But he has a dark side too. Not all of Xenol's genetic traits are positive. His independence has now led him to rebel against us, his rightful superiors. More dangerous yet is his ability to warp the perceptions of others, inspiring them to follow him, even in rebellion. There is no word for this talent in modern Dalek omnispeak, but in the languages of our old Khaled forebears it is termed charisma. If we allow him to exercise this talent unchecked, the rebellion may spread and grow out of all control. When word of Xenol's planned attack reached us, I decided to set up an ambush and observe Xenol's reaction, in order to determine the level of threat he actually represented. His spectacular escape confirms that he is very able. If not for his disloyalty, I would hail Ancestral as a magnificent success. We may now have to abandon that line of research though, as Xenol is a clear danger to the stability of the Dalek Empire. We dare not risk creating any more like him. But still, I am reluctant to simply give up on Project Ancestral. It has shown so much promise. I will contact Xenol, reason with him. If he is able to control his rebellious nature, then his genetic strain will be a real asset to us. But if Xenol cannot, or will not accept me as his supreme ruler, then General Xenol must be exterminated.
Our mission failed, but questions will be asked. Daleks will want to know why we fought. They will learn of our beliefs, learn of our fears for the future of our race under the Emperor's manipulative guidance. At least we will have achieved that much.